Welcome back. You're watching Power Breakfast on CNBC-TV18. The US-India Strategic Partnership Forum is hosting its Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C. And the big talking point is the prospects of a India-US trade deal. Let's go across to Parikshit Luthra, who is joining us live from Washington, D.C. Tell us more, Parikshit.
Well, Howard Lutnick, the U.S. Secretary of Commerce, said that he was optimistic about an early trade deal with India. He said that there are a lot of countries who are trying to get an early trade deal done with the U.S., and India is among them. And U.S. appreciates the efforts that India is putting into that. He said that if you come for a trade deal with the U.S. between the 4th of July and the 9th of July, that will just be piling things up. But India definitely is in a sweet spot. Having said that, he also said that we want to bring down tariffs to a reasonable level. Tariffs of 100% on certain product lines is just not acceptable to the U.S. administration. He also said that Donald Trump has been calling out India for buying military equipment from Russia. He also said that buying oil and defense equipment from Russia brushes the U.S. the wrong way. And if BRICS make noises about challenging dollar hegemony, that is also something that's not going to go down well with the U.S. administration. He also said that while Donald Trump stands for Make America Great Again, he also wants to take allies along. So, for example, the trade deal will ensure that manufacturing also comes back to U.S. in certain key sectors, but at the same time, industry in India will also continue to flourish. So he's hinting at labor-intensive sectors such as footwear, textiles, furniture, which will continue to get a big access to markets in the US. He also said that US is expecting reasonable market access in India on agriculture. He said that there is a clear understanding among farmers and also the agriculture community that agriculture is a sensitive issue in trade. So the sensitivities are being kept in mind on both sides before coming to any arrangement on the trade deal. So a lot of top businessmen were expecting an early conclusion of the FTA, and possibly in the next few weeks, we could have an agreement on the early trade deal between India and the United States.
Look, I'll treat you incredibly kindly on the things that are really important to you, and you bring down your tariffs and give us market access, and let's find the proper place in the middle. And I think if you have the right person on the other side, and what happens is if they put a normal trade minister, it's an endless set of talking and no outcome, because they're used to saying this kind of deal will take 3 years, we'll get this done in 2 years. And that's not really fun for me. So the idea is when they put the right person, and India put the right person on the other side of the table, and we've managed, I think, to be in a very, very good place, and you should expect a deal between the United States and India in the not too distant future, because I think we found a place that really works for both countries. I think the United States wants to bring advanced manufacturing back to the United States of America. All right, that's a key industrial platform for us to bring back domestic manufacturing and reshoring in America. Right? So now there are enormous number of product categories that we are going to be delighted for India to produce. And what we're going to have is you'll sort of have a trade deal that says, look, these kind of industries would be great for India to produce. And in fact, there are enormous numbers of industries that we'd really like to go to India, right? And what happens is you create this sort of trade deal that puts India in a unique position, right? Because it'll have a special relationship with the United States. In certain industries, it will have a better tariff relationship than most other countries in the world, which means India will be the beneficiary of those kind of products.